Rape or fate? That is the question. What's up, YT? I'm just coming with this short video to just air some things that's just on my mind. Get some things off my noggin real quick. I don't understand, and I don't want nobody to ever get this twisted or, you know, take it where it's not even intended to be taken to. My heart goes out to any woman or man that have been violated, okay? Violated, no matter what the age is or was, or whom it may have been by. It's not your fault, okay? And my heart truly goes out to those that have been done that way, truly and sincerely. And I hope they get everything that they I hope all they get they all just due, both parties. But I just have to say, and that's why I'm gonna make this quick. I can't stand liars. I can't stand women or even men. It's rare with men though. But I'm just saying I can't stand when women or girls tell lies about, what really happened. Even if they're not even if some type of encounter happened, I don't, where I'm going at with the lying part, I don't like when you a willing participant in it. And this is for the black community. I mean, if any other ethnicities listening and whatever, y'all girls got that problem too, which I know y'all do, but since this is magnified in the black community, like everybody being molested, everybody being raped, I just don't get it. I don't get how these old women can sit around and say how they granddads and they dads and they uncles and all these different people raped them. But then they grew up, right? And they had these daughters and they got the daughters around the same thing. And all the uncles and everybody like that. And I mean, if the whole community is like that, then why would you keep on having kids? Why would you not have seen that 30, 40 years ago when you claimed that they was just in there doing all that? And if you had, and I can understand almost 100 years ago when you had no rights, basically, I mean, as a woman, you couldn't get up and do half of the things that you can do now. And especially being a black woman, I mean, whoo, Lord, whoo, child. So, when you came up out of all that, and all that was said and done, and we got that strong, independent, woman. I don't understand where the narrative coming at. Where you got a lot of girls jumping up. Oh well, she just kept him in the house, and she just did this, and she competed against me, and this, that, and the third, and she kept him around, and blah blah blah. What did she keep him around for if black men ain't got no money? If you can go all the way back to slavery, and it was bucks then sitting around having you mammify him and do everything for him, then that's something perpetuated inside the culture. Then how can one woman blame her mother when you got to go back and blame all of them, blame the whole generation, blame the whole genealogy? Is where I'm going. That's kind of impossible, because I thought with those type of situations, every case is unique. And I don't get how you can have a community of people and you don't know little Rashida down there messing with a 30-year-old and she 13, but she'll walk out here and the first thing people jump up and say, you can't tell her nothing, especially the mother or whatever, or the aunties. You can't tell her nothing. Why you can't tell her nothing? She gonna do it anyway. They gonna do it anyway. But this man is grown. So I don't know, when she jumps up and because something don't go her way and she taught that by the older women she's sitting back watching or whatever, when something don't go her way and she cry rape or great that she's been raped, when she cries, that is that when everybody turned their fangs on the woman, the mother, or whatever? I thought it was supposed to be before, because I didn't think nothing like that was normal. When black women jump up and talk about little 8-year-olds twerking and these African girls coming over here, and they, first of all, they get high-heeled. So they already kind of think that stuff like that that's normal. It's normal to upkeep the what do they call it? It's normal to upkeep the generations and to keep curses and stuff away, to let these men rape your daughters and you pay them. So I don't know, when you bring in certain things into your culture and when you keep telling a man it's okay to be a man, at what age? I don't get it. So if he can have any woman he want, then That's probably why it looks like he could have your little daughter too, because you're telling him that. You bred him, you gave birth to him, you told him that. You told him he's the best thing since like she's, and he can do whatever the hell he want to do. So I don't get where they come up at, oh, well, he can't do this and he can't do that. Yeah, for a small sector of women, they don't believe in that. And black women, they don't believe in that. But the majority of black women, you'll have a black woman that'll tell a story, right? And I'm not saying that it did not happen, but any woman sitting around in her 40s, right? And she got this guy friend, okay? That they just supposed to be friends, okay? And you claim you're friends with him, you chill with him, you go to his house, blah blah blah, and he already got a girlfriend, and he's into somebody, he has a girlfriend and he's into such and such and such a, why would this man be showing you naked pictures of other women or women in compromised positions and saying things to you out of the way if y'all just friends or whatever? But then lo and behold, you jump up and say that he raped you. So okay, he raped you. Not to say that it's not possible that he gave you something and he raped you, but before all this, you're under the impression of, why would he do that to me if he's into her? He's trying to mess around with this girl and mess around with, well, if he's all out there doing all that, I'm quite sure, I mean, he ain't never think about you, that you was an easy piece. And maybe, just maybe, you already knew about all that. That's why you're able to say who he was into, what types of pictures he was showing way before he raped you. And he must have had some intercourse with you. And what happened was, it didn't play out the way you thought it was going to play out as the woman. He wasn't into you. Like you said, he was into such and such and such a whoever he was showing you. You know, it's like when a man keep on looking at a certain type of woman and you with him, and black women try to claim that they didn't know he was going to do that. If you see that man being a man that they claim that they can be, and he's sizing up certain types of females, if he gets something or whatever, even if he don't get anything, because they could be dirty, they're taught that they entitled, that they can have any woman that they want. You can be a bum, ain't washed your butt, well, from the looks of it, and 10 to 1, you might not have, ain't washed your butt in a month, okay, lint all over, slob, dirty, just unkempt, I mean, just like you're a homeless person, and you'll try to talk to somebody like Nicki Minaj, and that fat butt will give it up to you too. So that's the community. You in competition based upon your body. So I don't get what black women talking about well, if he try to talk to me, I'll cuss him out, I'll do this, I'll do that. Girl, what is you talking about? Women with the fat butts and the bodies and all that in the community, black women to tell you that, girl, please, you better fight for that, Tyrone. You'll be the first person up here trying to put your stank, nasty, fish-smelling self, giving it up out of all drawstrings to different men in the community, but then be the first one to get mad when ain't no loyalty coming back to you. They not loyal men. They just not. You weren't a loyal female. I mean, you sat there and went along with it, and you sat there knowing he had a girlfriend and claimed that he raped you because things didn't work out the way you thought it was, but then you gonna put it out to the world that this is what this man did. And I'm not saying that it could not have happened, but I just don't understand, why do black women put themselves at, I mean, if he ain't drag you off no street and knock you upside your head, why are you putting yourself in them situations? Once again, because it's perpetuated. What I'm saying is, as a race of women, us, I can't talk about for no other race of women, because we claim, it ain't no claim, it's been a fact. If it ain't the white man, it's the black man, it's the Arab man, it's the Chinese man, it's the Indian man, it's the Asian man, it's the Mediterranean man. It's one of them type of men that's getting a drop on us as women, right? So with that being said, moving forward, we in 2022, and you can go back hundreds of years and just see all the degradation from different groups of men, and now you facing that with your own. Why in the heck would you not put a stop to that? Why in the heck would you sexualize yourself more? Go out and try to compete with other doggone women that don't give a darn about you. Okay, to save your men, don't let them go. They rapists, let them go on Becky's house and do that with them. I'm sorry to say, I'm not saying that anybody deserves that, but I find it weird when black women try to fight. I mean, what's the fight over? You fight, make up your mind. Either they running off to all these white women, they running off and they don't want us. Why would you want a rapist? Answer that. Why would you want a homosexual that's going to give you AIDS? Ain't that the down low movement? Why would you want them? Why are you crying over them type of men? That when they did have you and when they did use you up for whatever, until they went with the bony flat behind Becky, when they ran over there and did that with her, or Maria, Ling Ling, or whoever, it ain't you, and they ain't built like you unless they paying for it, and they just not you. My thing is, when they run over there and do that, why would you not get happy? Because if you say majority of them are like that, and the pool is so small, there's so many black women compared, and in the comparison to black men, that's why it's a bunch of sharing and polygamy got to go around or whatever. Well, I wouldn't want no rapist. I wouldn't sit there and sign myself knowing it, because black women call that. They say majority, all of them is like that. So they had majority of you had to have some experience like that then. So I just don't understand. I don't understand black women when they claim, right? This is why I say black women they got big issues, y'all. Big issues. When they claim they don't trust men, right? Because they've been so, and I'm not saying that, there's women out here that just don't. But for black women in particular, you the main ones jumping out talking about how you don't trust no man around your daughters, but you laying up with a man. You don't trust the man, though, but you trust him enough to get what you want to get out of him. But no other woman around you supposed to have that same sentiment. And when something happens, you be the first one quick to jump up and say, that's her fault. That's her fault. Well, maybe you don't trust men. Maybe that was your fault. Maybe whatever happened to you, you ever take a look in the mirror and think that about yourself before you spirit it out to someone else. Maybe if you looked at yourself and cleaned yourself up, and maybe thought better about yourself and stop telling your daughters to run behind different men just to get a drop on another woman, and when she get dropped down or whatever and get trotted out or whatever, and he trot her down to nothing and do whatever he do to her, maybe that's what you told her to go out there and go do to compete. She got to go compete. She got the butt. She got the body. So why is she not using it a different way? Why is she using it amongst derelict men that can't do nothing for her? Because she see her auntie, she see her mama, she see people, all the women around her in the community doing it. She ain't getting up out the community to leave it. And she think that that's the best. The black men is the best thing since sliced bread. So all that molesting and they broke and all this different stuff, black women tell them they don't have to come with anything. Black women teach their sons that they don't have to give up anything. That they should go out and have multiple women if that's what they chose. So that's for the other races of women, because they feel entitled. They don't teach you that, though. You supposed to just be a mule, okay? You supposed to just be a breeder, okay? You supposed to sit back, keep your mouth shut, and be diseased up. Okay? And that's your lie to most black women. That's your lie, let alone to the dominant society. So I don't see how somebody praising white men thinking they going to take you in and do it. White men really wanted, like I said, if they really want to do that, I don't care if it was an Asian man, I don't care if it was a Hispanic man. Collectively, you may go out and do that. But as a whole, it just seems weird that you would be telling a group of derelict women, okay, that go and they turn their own sons out, okay? They perpetuate that. Just like the white women perpetuate their kids getting up doing their sons and they raising them in the household and they got this, that, and the third. Well, there's some dynamics with you too, black women, because they wouldn't be, you're the ones raising them. So you're the ones 10 to 1 perpetuating that. And the ones that you dump off on the street when they get too big and they ain't cute no more, you don't want them around, they go out to the same ones as that's been it's been the same thing been regurgitated to them and they've been put out. So that's why you keep getting the same thing. You getting the same. And then look at the derelict up here and killed his granddad, all because the man told him to clean the room. Black men ain't taught to get up and do nothing and work hard. It's rare. I had a rare one. That ain't. I've had that, so I can say, no, it's not all, but it is majority. It is majority. Majority. Sorry to say, but it's the truth. I mean, the truth is the truth. So, and I'm not saying to just say, okay, it's all black women's fault. Because I think at some point with the coddling back some time ago, you really had good intentions. You seen them people killing us off. You seen them killing the men off like crazy. I wasn't there, but I know them ancestors seen some stuff. And who wouldn't protect their babies? Who wouldn't? No, come on now, women. That's another derelict thing black women do. Oh, don't do this. No, you shouldn't. But that should have took place a long time ago. And the ones that's coming out now saying what shouldn't be done, being done and all that, why wasn't they doing anything about it? Why wasn't they, the ones that's complaining, why wasn't they doing anything about it? And my thing is, you know what you can do about that to stop that? Don't have them narratives. Don't spear out those tough points. Do not teach your sons that they're different. They're supposed to be treated so differently than the girls. Why would you go along with that narrative and make it like, oh, because you're a woman. Oh, because you're a woman, you have to keep your mouth shut. Okay, for what? What benefit? So you didn't complete and put it in context. Yes, when you're getting a benefit. But if you're not getting a benefit, then no, you should not. And the only benefit I can see that being is if you're amongst somebody, of course, they're stronger, they're bigger than you, get the hell away from it, then you can speak your mind and do whatever. And if you got to, call somebody and put that Negro down. That's the smart thing. That's what you're supposed to taught her to do, but not sit down there and be a good woman to you or acquiesce to you or just do everything you tell me to do because I'm a woman. I don't know. Why would you teach her? Why would you teach a girl something like that? Why would you teach them to go in and help a man and pick him up? He's a man. Ain't that being manly? That's very manly. Or to go and, give your body away, or go and turn turn a blind eye when he looking at little girls and stuff. Like, he's a man. He's a man. He's a man. That's all you hear from the black women. He's a man. Well, he's a man. Well, he's a man that ain't gonna take care of your kids. He's a man that come in and he's a graper. So you already knew that beforehand. So what is the sense of making the talks and the cries and going up into the church and everything is the mama fault, but never the daddy the one raping you? The uncle's the one doing it, but you ain't putting the blame on them. You'll come back at the black woman or whatever. And I'm like I said, that's very rare, very rare. I don't care what community you come from, where your mama gonna sit back and just allow somebody to sit and rape. What was she getting out of that? And you, come on now, come on. I mean, this happened to all the black women, all of them, all of them. Man, they got statistics claim it was every last one of them. They can go back generations. You got all these barbecues going on, all these cookouts, and these black cookouts going on. But you talking about Uncle Ezra from almost three generations ago. He's still sitting his old funky butt up here, whatever, looking crazy. But he the child molester. And ain't none of the nephew. That's why I say I can't imagine back in the day. Child was like 20 big bucks up in the house or whatever. You got two white men coming to the door. We know it's Negroes in there. Give them up or whatever. You got Big Mama falling to the ground. Oh my God. Oh, they coming to get my baby. And ain't none of them came out there and done none of them. You could sit here and kill a woman, kill a child. Child, please. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know, black people. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It just don't sound right. It just don't sound right. As bold as you is today, you should have been bold like that a long time ago. Should have been bold like that a long time ago. And I don't understand the women. You already know for a fact. If you could sit here and say how these families is and how all black men is, all of them, why would you have wanted, even, especially for the women that feel so vengeful about this stuff and so enraged and angry about it? Why would you even have blacks? Why would you even have children? Because you're bringing the children in to get. I'm not saying it's your fault, but somebody can take them off. A ape can run up and take them off the street. And you mean to tell me that you okay with that? You gave birth to them, but you just gonna sit back and complain about how they all are. So you one of the women that allowed it to happen. Then you wouldn't want nobody to say that. But knowingly, for you to sit and say that all the black men are like that, how do you know that unless you've been with all black men? And like I said, if it's so high, which is to a degree it is, but I see it a different way. A lot of that stuff do be willfully. Yes, it is. Yes, by law it's child molestation, but by law, by morale, when you're going along with it, and by morale, when you got the adults telling you that ain't nothing you can do about her over there, she gonna do what she wanna do. I don't see how she can grow up and say she was, done so bad. Yeah, after the fact that she come to her scruples, maybe she gets some mileage on her, get older, she'll look back on that. Maybe she got a daughter to herself. She'll start not wanting that for her daughter. Then that's when all them bad memories that she gave herself gonna start coming back. That's the only time I really see that happens. Usually the other way around, they don't have nothing to do with men. They don't bother with men. They don't bother with people. They just be to themselves. When something like that is really happening to you, you wouldn't want to breathe the same air as that person. So how you going around all these cookouts or whatever? How your mama got all these men up in the house, but she don't trust men, and they ain't giving her no money? So that's what I'm saying. What's the incentive? 1 minute the daughters is being sold to the man. I wouldn't want what woman that and answer that stuff. This is why I say this stuff is so crazy. What woman do you really know that's gonna sit there and be good with another woman messing with her husband or her boyfriend? You see girls going through that, fighting and killing each other. So you're not going to have no mother and daughter in the house and the mother is going to keep him around. That's very rare. The mother is going to keep him around while he raping you because he wants you more or whatever. That's just like saying he wants your girlfriend or whatever. Y'all be in there scrapping. Child, please. Come on now. Come with better storylines. I mean, even if that did happen to some of you, that did not happen to all of you. And for the girls nowadays running around here with these grown men, I talk to a lot of them. They think that that's cute. It's a culture. It's been that way for a long time. Anytime a little 13-year-old girl, every time she kiss her husband, she look at my butt. Girl, you 13. Do you think that that's cute? So when she come over there and well on you, whoop your behind, they gonna categorize that as, oh well, she was competing with a little child and he was raping the child or whatever. Yeah, but she won't when they come over into your house and do it to you and sit and laugh in your face. And you ain't gonna treat her like a child. You gonna say that's a grown ass woman. She gonna get up behind whoop because she know what she doing. And when somebody talking to her, telling her that's a grown man, like I said, everybody in the community, girl, she gonna do what she wanna do. She grown. You can't tell her that. You know why you can't tell them nothing? Because like they say, they gonna go behind your back and do it anyway. So I don't know who go behind your back and get raped anyway, even though you're stopping them. I don't know what child would jump up and tell you they don't want to be sheltered. They don't want you looking over them. So when that happens to you, then let's start sparing them narratives. Start telling young women, for all these black women that got so much, why don't they make commentary and tell you how to keep yourself safe and how to be a chaste and appropriate woman and not to go off with men and stop using your body. Stop going out there and it's a girly. Not to say because you can't be yourself. Why would you want to go into a lion's den and still claim I want to be myself? Well, then 10 to 1, you're going to get attacked in there, and luckily, you'll be lucky if you survive. That's the advice I will be giving you. I wouldn't tell you it's okay because you're a woman. You can do what you want to do. It's your body, girl. He should just not do this and do that. Yeah, of course he shouldn't do this and do that, but I wouldn't leave that to chance. I would not tell my daughter to go out here and trust nothing like that. Just because she's just to say that she can do what she want to do and walk around wear what she want to wear. No, I'm not putting no target on my baby head like that. So why would any black woman do that? Because I can tell you why. She's in competition and she's teaching her little boomquishas to do the same thing. That's why you see what you see perpetuated. Get back. Let me know what you think, what you feel, and I'll be back.